YouTube, it is Multiplier here for yet another Cymatics review video. Who would have thought that? And in fact, there will be many of these to come because this is anniversary week for Cymatics or something like that. But yes, this is the most important one. This is a new product called Outbreak for Serum. The idea behind this one is it's louder, it's more and that's the best way I can describe this particular pack. This video is going to spend some time, who knows how long, we'll find out together. It will spend some time going through the sounds because that is what the whole point of this video is. And in the spirit of full disclosure, yes, Cymatics do pay a few dollars to YouTubers and so on to feature their products, but I can say what I like, and I have been doing in every review video. So if I think a preset is good, I will say it is good. If I think it's bad, I will say it is bad. And or I'll let your own ears decide. That is the whole point after all. I can't tell you what sounds you like. All I can tell you is if I like it or not. So if you value my opinion, then cool. Otherwise, I recommend just listen to the sounds, kick back, relax. Frankie says relax. Just relax, enjoy. And yeah, if you're vibing off the sounds, if you're like, yes, I need that in my track, then click a link below. And that way, Cymatics know that I sent you to them and they'll be like, yes, let's give him more videos to do in the future. Coolly. So this pack is presets and wavetables. I'm not entirely sure how many because I haven't counted them, but let's have a look together. There are all of these which look like, I don't know, 60, 80, 100, some number between 40 and 200, that many presets, and there are also wavetables. And I've had a bit of a play around with these, not like ages and ages, but I spent a little bit of time with this pack, enough to get a feeling for it. And that's what's going on in this video. So, got all these wavetables. In fact, these wavetables are really cool. Let me show you some of these. No, let me show you some sounds first of all, because I've been jibber-jabbering on, I've been talking. Let me show you what sort of sounds are in this pack. Rooney. Soupy-doopy-doop. Ooh. Bad dog. Basic sound, complex wavetable. Ooh. Ha. Definitely sounds like a little bad dog to me. I feel like my desk is going inwards. And you're vibrating too. I can press this and I vibrate. Why is that vibrating? It doesn't normally do that. What's it? Why is it doing that? I've no idea. Ah! This has got the cable caught in the chair. Fucking hell. Ooh. Well, you don't need me to tell you that if you're making the dubsteps, then these sounds are probably useful because they sound like the sounds you hear in your favorite tracks. So that could be useful to you. You never know, or not, you never know. Who knows? This one's called Bruce Lee and it says karate chop to the face. No, not too high. Remember, when you're auditioning sounds, you must choose the appropriate octave for the sound because most sounds pretty much only work in one octave. Hi, yeah. Shall I throw in some education, some knowledge? Kapow! So here is some knowledge, here is some education. On a lot of these presets, you'll see there's a button called Legato, not Legato, Legato. And what this button does is it's Italian or Latin or Greek for tie together. What this means to you in Serum is when the legato button is turned on, then as you overlap MIDI notes, the modulation won't restart. So, for example, let's do a... Let's do... Notice how as I'm triggering the second note and overlapping it with the previous one, the modulation doesn't restart. That LFO wobble you're hearing, the wobble modulation, continues doing its thing. It's almost like the second note changes the pitch but doesn't restart the modulation. Whereas if I say turn the legato button off, see that? See how every time I trigger the second overlapping note now, it restarts the modulation. There's a time and a place for legato, there's a time and a place not to have legato, but it's useful to know. That rhymes. I like it when stuff rhymes. You would think I sped that up, but I didn't. I'm just talking really, really fast. Wow! Hoo-ha! I feel like the desk has gotten springier. Does that happen? Is that a thing that happens? Do desks get springy? Can't see any springs. Oh. I don't know what it is about that sound, but that's different. I like different. Oh. Boom dum dum dum. For reference, for those quite new to synthesis and maybe Serum, if you have, say, a sound like that and you want to slow it down or speed it up, then what you want to do is first of all check the macros on the left-hand side. Sometimes the macros will have like a rate control, but if, say, there's no rate control on the left-hand side, because if you look, it says timbre, sub-oscillator off, room, and hyper. If there's no rate control there, what you have to do is figure out which one of these LFOs, LFO 1, 2, 3, 4, or maybe 5, 6, 7, 8, controls the main modulation. And looking at this, using my eyes and ears, and the fact it says 13 by LFO 1, I know that LFO 1 is doing that main modulation. You can always just guess and then try something else, but you figure out which one of these LFOs is doing your main modulation, and then you change the rate. So maybe I want to slow it down. Just change the rate like that. And you can even automate that in your DAW to make your song. So you can be like, wop, 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 or some form of musical riff that doesn't sound bad. In fact, that's my review for you. That particular preset sounds a million times better at 16th divisions, to my ears at least. Ooh. The song could be like, boom, 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 brrrr, get your toaster off my hedge. Yeah. Ooh. I can't feel my face. I think I'm going to have to look at little videos of dogs after this, just little puppies running around. Calm down. That's what I like in dubstep sounds. It's not just it's like get on there. Stupid phone. Right. Stay. Doopy-doopy-doo. What's next? Oh, pig. It's a fun one. Doesn't sound like any pigs I've known, but maybe I've just known all the pigs that go oink oink, and in the world of cymatics, they go. Like that. Well, this one's a group of pigs, apparently. Oh, look at the wavetable bits. That's strangely satisfying. Look at those two oscillator wavetable bits you can see. Oh, so strangely satisfying. Can't stop looking at it. It's like they're alive. Love it. Oh, let me throw some more knowledge at you because they've done something cool here that I want to tell you about. So, in your LFO's bit in Serum, so you can see how, you can see how as I press a note, LFO1 is your defining modulation for this sound. What you can do is actually choose where in that particular pattern you want to start from. And you can see in this example, there's a little tiny, super tiny, mega tiny, ridiculously tiny S where my mouse is now, and that means that is currently set as the start point in that particular modulation. See what I mean? So let's say I listen to this sound, but maybe for the sake of argument, I want to start it over here. I can right click, set start point here. And just like that, brand new riff, similar but slightly different by right clicking. You can also loop through a certain section. This is something that not a lot of people know you can do in Serum. It works kind of like, or in fact very similar to the looped envelopes in FM8. Effectively, if you do something like right click here, set loop back point here. That hasn't worked at all. I know what I did wrong. Rookie mistake multiplier. Even monkeys fall out of trees. Currently, this isn't in envelope mode, it's in normal LFO mode, technically trigger mode. What I was thinking of is something similar but different. If you kick it into envelope mode, click. See how it's looping through that bit now? Because it's in looped envelope mode. So I can be like, ding, set loop back point here. See how it's now looping through that a little bit? So now it's like a looped envelope. It's in envelope mode, so it starts at the beginning, or technically I did start here. So let's get rid of that. Remove start points. Now it's going to start at the beginning and then loop through from this ridiculously faint grey symbol over here. The loop back point, so it's a looped envelope. It's going to start off and then loop through from that loop point forwards. See, this is what you can do with presets that people forget. Some people are like, oh, presets are cheating, you're just taking someone else's idea. What you can do is take their idea, modify it, create new art, and there you go. So you can take maybe this sound, the spirit of this noise, but then create your own riff by doing some modifications. Filthier than Borgore. This is what's happened to dubstep. It's just gotten so cacophonic is the technical term. It's got so cacophonic that this is what you end up with. And you know what? Quite like it. Well, let's try macro, pitch it up. Lovely stuff. It's like that old Nero track. Not that one, this one. That's too much of a pitch bend. You can always change that down here. If I want to do, say, just doop-be-doop-be-doo-toop. This one. Trumpet on acid. Now, I don't think trumpets can really appreciate acid because they're inanimate. And that is it, pack complete. Now, I haven't shown you all the wavetables, and that's because wavetables are so hard to demonstrate, but they're really cool. I mean, most wavetable packs are cool, to be fair, but yes, they are the presets in Cymatics Outbreak. Click the link below. Actually, only click the link below if you like it. Click the link below if you like it to check out the pack on the website from Cymatics. I'm getting quite aggressive with my pointing. If you like it, do click the link below and check it out on Cymatics' website. Up in Multiplier, I will catch you guys on the flippity flip.